Welcome to Cooking with the Ancients. I'm your host, Bradley Chan. I'm going to teach you how to cook some ancient food. Today we have a very special guest from the ancient Egypt. We have Daniel and Brendan. Give them a great applause. Don't go away. They'll come back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Doughboy.
And I'm Breadnan. Today we'll teach you how to cook the main food in ancient Egypt, even for rich people.
Bread! Sometimes we made thick loaves with hollow centered that was then filled with beans, vegetables, or other items.
Today we'll be making traditional aish baldi, which is a flatbread similar to pita.
Today we are using all clean utensils, but in other parts of Egypt, they have used dirty utensils, which makes the bread unclean.
Flour, water, and salt are the basis of any bread, and our everyday ancient breads are pretty similar, right, Doughboy?
Yep, the one major difference is the yeast. We don't have access to yeast, but I managed to sneak some in from Libya yesterday.
Cool. Let's start cooking. We start by putting the yeast in a bowl with some hot water and wait until frothy. Now we wait 10 minutes. Doughboy, you have to stir it with your finger.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough.
That feels weird.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Do you know what I eat every morning? Potatoes. Do you know where to get them? The Finneman's Market. They have a great deal on potatoes. One potato gives you 2 more potatoes free.
Okay, so today we divided up our flour into 2 containers because that's what we do. We forgot to do that earlier. So, yeah, we just did that over the break.
Okay, now that our yeast is ready, we will add half of our emmer flour to the yeast, which is where?
Pour this into there.
On it. So as you can see, slowly. Okay, get
And
everything in
now
there.
we will mix it and stir it until it is smooth with our hands.
Go on ahead.
Okay, I'll mix it up until it's nice and smooth. Oh, this is really gooey.
Yes, it is.
This is just water and flour and yeast, so it would be pretty gooey right now. Okay, I think that's mixed up enough. Now my hands are really covered in stuff, but
Okay,
sure,
now that we mixed half the flour together with the yeast, we cover it and let it sit for 30 minutes.
Now that's really looking really good. Now we'll be back.
tired of building pyramids for Pharaoh Trump? Start worshipping Hillah. Hillah will not punish you or force you to labor. Just a few sacrifices, that's all she needs. While this is finishing up, let's have some bread facts.
Okay.
I'll go first. Do you know how they got yeast in the first place?
No.
I'll tell you. Wild yeast is always in the air. So by leaving some flour and water outside, it will grow some wild yeast and ferment.
Wow, cool. My turn. In most parts of Egypt, whole grains are milled into flour, usually using a flat grinding stone, known as a saddle corn. Now we will show you how we grind it. Hey, grind it.
Okay, so we are grinding our barley into flour. We are using this rock.
Just so you know, everything on the outside is just camel traffic.
Okay, let's get pounding. This works pretty well, except for the barley flying.
So what you're gonna do is get a good amount of height, and then once you find the right one, you start pounding your barley.
And look, we have some nice, not very thin powder, which is like it's a little bit of flour.
As we keep pounding, we'll be right back with all of it ready.
Okay, so we are rolling our barley and it's turning out pretty good. You can add a bit more to see if you can get any more. Fine, but this is actually looking pretty good. It's quite thin. Yep, you can do a bit of the dragging. That works. Yeah.
And by the looks of it,
Like look at the difference. This is the piece of barley at the start, and then at the end it's all crushed up into powder. I'd say that's pretty good.
and we are almost done.
I think this is good.
Yeah, we just have to collect it.
Wow, wasn't that cool? Well, now that we let the flour and water and yeast sit for 30 minutes, we will uncover the mix. Whoa! It's looking pretty good. Okay, and now we'll mix the oil and salt into it with our hands. Alright, let's get the salt in there. And we'll add a glug of water.
Tell me when to stop.
Okay, that's good. Alright, do you want to mix this time? Or shall I?
You shall.
Actually, it says also to add the rest of the flour. So let's do that.
Real quick, so no one will get hurt.
Flour won't hurt you. It's okay. Okay, now we will mix it up. This feels amazing.
Now we scrape the dough onto a lightly floured table and knead it with smooth.
Okay, we're not quite ready for that.
Yeah, but in like a few minutes.
We'll do that right when we're done mixing this up.
About 10 minutes, like we leave it there.
No, yeah, after this, we will leave it for like 10 minutes and knead it and stuff. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna do what Daniel said earlier and place it on here. And
Don't forget the remains.
Okay, you can get the remains.
Of course. Why not?
And now we're gonna knead it on a lightly floured surface that is still sticking. Okay. We're gonna knead it.
As I'm picking these remains, Brendan shall take everything.
You don't have to get all the remains.
Yeah, but they're all.
Adding some more flour on top.
With a magical camera.
And we're just gonna mix it and mix it and mix it.
Okay, take the remains off me.
Okay, I will grab this after a boy. Okay, now we're gonna place the dough in a large bowl greased with oil and we'll let it stand until it's doubled in size, about 1.5 hours.
Take all my dough.
Look at our hands. They're covered
Okay, my
in dough.
children, you shall be growing.
Look at both of our hands. They're like,
Mine's more messier.
it's awesome.
Definitely. They're waiting. I think now would be a good time to share some bread facts. You go first.
Okay, we told you most of us Egyptians used somewhat dirty utensils, but do you know what got in the flour from this?
I actually don't know.
Actually, quartz, feldspar, mica, ferromagnesium, magnesium, minerals, and other foreign bodies, including germs, were almost always present in the flour.
Wow, okay, my turn. Do you know they first cooked the bread?
Nope, I don't know.
At first it was cooked in open fires or even on the embers, but later on bread molds were used which were preheated, wiped with fat, and filled with the dough.
Oh wow, that is really cool. Now for a commercial break. You need to be mummified? Then call 1-800-MUMMIFY.
2 hours later.
We're back, and the dough is almost ready to go in the oven. We are putting our baking stone in the oven to warm it up. I'm putting it in the oven.
While that is warming up, we need to punch the dough and divide it into 8 pieces. Then we'll flatten each piece into a circle. Alright, I'll just wait for Doughboy to come back.
Hello, I'm
Then
back.
we'll put it right on this table. And we're gonna just punch it a bit. Keep punching it. And now we'll divide it evenly into our 8 pieces. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna squish it down. Let's chop it in half once.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be squished that much. Just chop it in half.
Which way? This way?
Anyway,
That way.
anyway.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
break it. As you go in.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have it in half. Now we'll break each one of these in half. We can just do that by hand.
Yeah, but I'd rather use.
Okay, now. Actually, should we just do 4? This seems like they're pretty small already.
Yep.
Let's just make 4.
Now we put them on the flour sprinkled pans and cover them so they can puff up. We keep them covered up for 30 minutes.
Doughboy, you have to bring back the hot stone.
Take it.
Whew. Okay, now we'll put our breads that have been waiting onto here, and then we will cook them for 5 minutes, and then we're done. All right, that looks pretty good, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take it in. Okay, now that they're in the oven, we'll just take a couple more minutes and then we'll go get them. Let's just wait. Wait. Sure. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's do some dancing.
Yeah, silent dancing.
Okay, now they're probably ready by now. So, okay, let's go get them. That's all, folks.
Except for one thing.